talking today about the 10PD framework. 10PD framework. The 10PD framework is something that I learned. It just kind of poured out of me. It just kind of came out of me. When I was in my undergrad, I was just learning a lot of information. I was studying everybody. I was learning everything that I possibly could from everybody that I possibly could. And there came a point where it just began to bubble up and it took on a life of its own. It took on a life of its own and it began to become too much. So I hurried up and I grabbed a pen. I grabbed a pen and I started writing down everything that I possibly could. Then it swelled up past the pen. When it passed the pen, I started typing. And I started typing as fast as I could. And it still couldn't keep up. It still wasn't enough. So what I ended up doing at that point was I started tracking. I started tracking exactly what I was doing. In tracking what I was doing, I realized that, hold on, I'm writing a book. I had so much information. That's why I tell you guys, go deep, go real deep into what your study is. We've gone through the 5W framework. The who, the what, the when, the where, and the why. This is what I was doing organically. I didn't even know I was doing it at the time. But I was going through the 5W framework, or what was to become the 5W framework. I was finding out who I was, what I did, where I was doing it, when I was doing it. I was learning timing and framing. And then I was digging deep into my why, digging real deep into why I was doing the things that I was doing. At this point, I started to track what I was doing. I started to track what I was doing, and I said, okay, if I'm writing this much information, and if it's coming out of me in this way, and I thought mathematically, always thought in systems, I said, if I can write 10 pages a day, this is the 10PD framework. If I can write 10 pages a day, in 31 days, I'll have 310 pages.